cio-choice is a very powerful tool for organizations in the information and communications technology space. It is basically a vendor recognition platform, and this B2B platform is uniquely positioned to honor and recognize products, services, and solutions of ICT vendors on the stated preferences of CIOs and basically customers who are ICT decision makers. Our advisory panel actually consists of some of the most eminent and most respected CIOs within the ICT community within the country. And basically, this advisory panel is instrumental in providing the relevant guidance and stated framework in terms of how we run and operate within cio-choice, in terms of the way we look at ICT vendors and how the entire planning goes on. KPMG is very instrumental as a knowledge partner in providing us, all the guidance and inputs when we come to the framework for cio-choice. So they have been very instrumental in giving us inputs with regards to in first year in 2013 when we came about with cio-choice in terms of what works, what doesn't work, and how things should be taken forward. So as a partner, they have been extremely supportive and extremely helpful in terms of building cio-choice in year one. So participating in cio-choice is very straightforward. We have a two-pronged process. So one is either you get nominated by a CIO, or you also have the opportunity to go ahead and contact the cio-choice team and request for participation. Two steps. One is you fill in the entry form depending on which product or service you would like to participate in. And secondly, you need to fill in the terms and conditions and sign on that. And it's like I said, it's very straightforward, and you can participate just by giving in these two forms, and the process kicks off. Well, we have a large range of categories. As a matter of fact, we range, from software vendors to, data center providers, data center services, solutions, hardware, from risk management all the way to, cloud computing. So it is pretty much a fairly large set of categories which encompasses and covers the entire ICT spectrum. Well, cio-choice primarily has a participation fee, which is $1,000. Post participation, of course, there's a voting process that goes on, and only if you are recognized for each product or service that you have participated in, there is a license fee which is applicable, which is about $11,000 for large enterprises and $8,000 for small and medium enterprises. Well, it's how do I put it? It's pretty much like a democracy, because what we do is we have a voting link which gets shared with the entire CIO community, and they are free to nominate and vote for vendors of their choice basis, their preferred brands, products, services, solutions. And at the end of the entire cycle, once the voting is over, we basically run through with the voting check in terms of what are the numbers, and basis that the recognition takes place. Well, cio-choice is actually a sales acceleration tool, and we've been pretty, open about that in terms of, it is something that you need from a marketing standpoint. So today, if you were to look at, promoting your brand or, creating the brand identity, what you typically need is an endorsement. What you need is some kind of honor, recognition, title, which we saw was a big miss in the current scheme of things within the ICT space, and therefore cio-choice is uniquely positioned, from an honor and recognition standpoint, because it's all about brand positioning. At the end of the day, it is an endorsement and trust seal that you get from your customers, basically CIOs and ICT decision makers. And once you have an endorsement, you basically need to be flaunting it and showcasing to the world that you have been endorsed by your customers and decision makers who have their trust and confidence in your product, solutions, and services. Red Carpet Night is basically the celebration and felicitation of the ICT vendors who are actually being recognized depending on the result of the votes that are conducted with the CIOs and ICT decision makers pan India. So it is a grand event. It's a very gala night. Nothing short of an Oscars night, where we recognize the ICT vendors who have been voted for by the CIOs as per their preferred products, services, and solutions. So Red Carpet Night pretty much is all about glitz, glamour. It has a lot of oomph within it, and at the same time we create the aura where it's not just about the regular conference or just a ICT meeting, but it's the annual event of the year that vendors and CIOs alike look forward to. So once the recognition takes place and the vendor has the license for using cio-choice, what we strongly recommend is that it should be featured in every marketing collateral possible, which includes your audio visuals to brochures. If it's a hardware product, we even say that use the cio-choice sticker for the year on that particular packaging or the product itself. If it's a software, then maybe you can kind of have it in the backdrop. There are a series of marketing activities that are conducted by the ICT vendors, and every marketing activity can have the logo over there, highlighting, stating, flaunting that the vendor was recognized and endorsed with the cio-choice brand for that particular year.